Yo, what's good? It's your girl HTMLX, and you're locked into Side Talk Sessions. Look, we gotta talk, cause the Suits just cut a deal with the machines. Yeah, I'm talking about the big labels and the AI. Suno just settled a massive lawsuit, and trust me, this ain't just some industry news. No, this is the blueprint for how we all move from now on. Indie artists, producers, even cats making beats with AI right now. The grid is shifting. So let's get into it. Alright, so for anyone who ain't up on it, let's break it down. Simple. You got this company, Suno. They make AI that can spit out a whole song, vocals, beat, everything from just a couple words. Mad wild, right? Well, the major labels, Warner, Sony, Universal, man, they were hot. They were like, yo, hold up. You trained your little robot on our music, on our artist catalogs without permission and without a check. And you know what? They weren't wrong. They filed these massive lawsuits talking about copyright infringement. Basically, it was war. But peep this. Just now, Warner Music Group, that's the house of Cardi, Ed Sheeran, cats like that, they flipped the script. Instead of going to war, they settled their lawsuit with Suno. And it ain't just a settlement. It's a full-on partnership. So here's the top line. Warner gets a bag, some cash for the past, for the unauthorized sampling. They get a licensing deal for the future. And word on the street is they probably got some equity, a piece of the company. Smart. Instead of fighting the tech, Warner is giving Suno access to their whole catalog, but with rules. It's like they said, all right, you can play in our sandbox, but you play by our rules. Suno's got to roll out new, fully licensed AI models by 2026. And the old ones, the Wild West versions, yeah, they're getting phased out. Oh, and if you want to download the tracks you make on Suno now, that's moving to paid accounts only. They locking it down. So what's really in this thing? Because, the press release is all corporate talk, but I'm here to put you on game. First, they're talking about artist control. Okay, this is the big one. It's an opt-in system. That means an artist under Warner, say, I don't know, Dua Lipa, has to say, yes, you can use my voice, my likeness, my style to train your AI. If she says no, they can't touch it. In theory, that's powerful. It gives artists a button to press. We'll see how real that control is when the label's whispering in their ear, but it's a start. Second, attribution and tracking. Now, sharp. This is the money move right here. Think of it like content ID on YouTube. You know how if you upload a video with a Beyonce song, YouTube's system immediately fingerprints it, flags it, and sends the ad money back to her and the label. Yeah, they're building that for AI. So if Suno spits on a track that sounds a little too much like a Bruno Mars record, the system will know. It can track it, and Warner can send an invoice. That's how they get paid on the back end. It's all about tracking the data points on the grid. And that leads to the money. The labels are getting paid three ways. They got the settlement for all the past unlicensed training. They got ongoing royalties from the new license model. And if they got that equity, they get a piece of Suno's whole damn company. See? Napster taught them a lesson. Don't sue the tech into the ground. Buy a piece of it. But, and listen, this is a big but, this is messy. This deal is with the record label, which, mainly controls the master recordings. So, what about the songwriters, the composers, the publishing side? That's a whole nother labyrinth of rights. So the writers and smaller publishers might still be on the outside looking in, wondering where their check is. And remember, this is just Warner. Sony's lawsuits against Suno are still active. So the war ain't over, but the first peace treaty has been signed. All right, so let's zoom out. What's the new landscape look like? I see a two-speed AI music world forming. On one side, you're going to have these licensed platforms like the new Suno tied directly into the major labels. They'll have access to the biggest catalogs, but with strict rules, guardrails, and a system for payouts. The safe zone. On the other side, you'll have all the other AI tools, the open source models, the new startups, still in that legal gray area, probably still getting sued. The Wild West. This is the Napster to Spotify moment all over again. The industry spent years suing kids in their dorm rooms for downloading Metallica songs. What happened? Nothing. Then Spotify came along and said, look, let us build a legal framework, give you a cut, and own the whole platform. The labels went from suing the tech to owning a piece of the tech. See? History repeats. Now, there's risks here, dead ass. Real talk. These deals are getting cut at the highest level, right? Between a CEO in a suit and a tech bro in a hoodie. The average artist, the songwriter, they ain't really at that table. They're just hoping the label does right by them. And you could end up in a world where you're competing for playlist spots against an AI that was literally trained on your own work. That's a mind, But there's opportunities too. If, and it's a big if, this attribution and opt-in stuff actually works, we could see brand new royalty streams. Imagine getting paid every time someone uses an AI model trained on your drum sounds or licenses your vocal style for a track. Producers could license their stem packs directly to these platforms. Indie artists could do the same. It's possible. And this ain't a one-off. We saw Universal do a similar deal with another AI company. We saw that big settlement where the AI company Anthropic had to pay authors $1 billion+ for training on their books. The playbook is clear now. Fight them, make them bleed a little, and then make a deal to get your piece of the action. So what do? How do we move on this new grid? Listen up. Here's the game plan. 1. Read the damn terms of service. When you use these AI tools, know what you're giving away. Are you giving them the right to train on your creations? Be smart. 2. Handle your business. Register your copyrights. Keep your split sheets clean and organized. Know who controls your masters and who controls your publishing. If you don't own your work, you can't control how it's used. Simple as that. 3. Watch for the tools. As these deals roll out, labels and AI companies are going to have to build dashboards or portals for artists to opt in or opt out. When you see that, use it. That's your one piece of control. Protect your catalog, or if you're with it, monetize it. And for my AI native artists, cats like me who see the machine as a collaborator, this is a wake-up call. The space is getting professionalized. It's time to move fast, build your brand, and when these companies want to build a model that sounds like you better be ready to demand a real cut. Don't let them sample your soul for free. So that's the long and short of it. This Suno-Warner deal isn't the end of the story. Nah, it's the opening move. It's the framework for how the music industry and AI are going to get in bed together and make money. It's on us to stay informed and make sure we don't get left behind. All right, that's my time. We'll be back soon with more on the AI wave, indie strategies, and, how to protect your art in this new world. This has been Side Talk Sessions. I'm your girl, HTMLX. Stay up, stay sharp, and keep control of your grid. Peace.